was at that point ni yemi so ni yemi shi ni mo so ji mo ni ye egba mi wọ́n fẹ́ scam me ní UK. They wanna scam me. No, honestly, when I first started this conversation with this woman, I am not thinking the way I am thinking right now. Like, it was after the incident that I sat down and that I reassessed everything that has happened. And then I started saying, oh, I should have known this was a red flag. If you feel like it is too good to be true, it is probably too good to be true. So be careful. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Victoria and here I share my Nigerian lifestyle here in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to like my video, leave me a comment below in the comment section, share this video and subscribe. Definitely subscribe if you like any of my contents. So in today's video, I want to share with you one horrible experience that I had with getting a house, with house hunting here in the United Kingdom. Like, I feel like I should start a series on you know, these bad experiences or near bad experiences that I have had, I'm having, or that I will have in the future while I stay here in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so that you know that staying in the United Kingdom is actually not all rosy, and every country have their own bad apples. In the vlog that I did when I came back from Nigeria, I was talking about house hunting, trying to, you know, look out for another place because I feel like I need more space right now. In the process of doing that, I had this bad experience because I was almost scammed. So it all started on the 19th of May 2021 when I went online to check out for different apartments and flats that I can rent. I've checked different websites, Zoopla, shareroom.com, like the major websites online. And what I do normally is I look out for the area, the particular area where I want my flat or my apartment to be, and that is what I type in on Google. Like if I want a one-bedroom flat, I'll just type in one-bedroom flat in so area, or if I know the postcode, I just type in one-bedroom flat in NE33 or in SE44. That was what I was doing, and I was scrolling through and I was checking different houses, but honestly none of those houses, none of those apartments, none of those flats actually made sense to me. I just wanted something more. I just wanted something more beautiful, something more cool. And if you're familiar with these sites, you will know that usually there are adverts popping up here and there for you to check out the houses that they have. So this brings me to my very first point on what to look out for when hunting for an apartment or for a flat in the United Kingdom. Be wary of adverts. Like, be wary, be especially wary of advertisements. Now, if there are people that already are on the list, they call something listing. That is, if I am a landlord and I want to put out a part of my house to be rented out, I can go to Zoopla website, for example, and put up a listing. That is, I'm listing my apartment there for rent. Now, before I can do that as a landlord, they will have run their background checks. They will have asked for my insurance number, my where I work, you know, some salient information to know that truly this house is mine. And maybe a house registration, something like that, just to make sure that the house is mine before they actually approve it. But for advertisements, there's nothing like that. You know, they just come in and there's no verification and all. You know, they are paying for a space on that website, so they don't really go through all those checks, all those important checks. So be wary of adverts. That's the very first one. So I was scrolling through and then I just saw this advert of this beautiful apartment. Oh my god. I'll try and show you pictures of the flats, because when the advertiser actually contacted me, she inserted all those pictures, so they are handy now. I'm going to try and insert them in. So I saw this beautiful flats and I was like, wow, this is cool, this is good, this is beautiful. Let's see, let's look for it, let's check. And the thing is, the price was not there. They asked you to contact them for the price. So I clicked on the ad. I was asked for my details, my phone number, my email address, my name, you know. I input that and I was expecting them to contact me. So on the 28th of May 2021 at exactly 8:31 a.m. I received a mail, and the mail read thus: thanks for the interest you have in my flat. My flat is still available for rent and you can stay in my flat as long as you pay your rent when due. Here are the necessary things you need to know about the rent and deposits. Yeah, just before I go on, I want to quickly chip in that when I was actually making inquiries about the flat, there's a box where you can type in whatever you want to type. So the thing that I typed in there is, I'm looking for a flat. I don't know if it is still available. Can I get more information? So that was what I sent in the message. So back to the email now. Rent is £550 per month, which is equivalent to £138 per week. Security deposit is £500, which is returnable at the end of a week's stay in my flat. Utility bills inclusive of water, gas, council tax, TV license, wireless internet, utility cost is £0 per month. However, at this stage that you want to rent my flat, I need to know a few questions about you. Can you keep my flat clean and tidy? Do you have references in Newcastle upon Tyne? Kindly reply for further information, and I would like to know where you're coming from to stay in my flat. I look forward to reading from you. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Regards, Mr. and Mrs. Lawson. Now, let me also chip in that before I read this mail, I checked my phone, my WhatsApp, and I saw that I had received a message from a strange number. I opened it and it was one woman. I'll try and put a profile on the screen right now so that you can see. And then she messaged me that, I sent you a mail, can you check it and all that's about the apartments you are interested in. And I said, okay, I'm going to check it. So that was when I actually checked this mail and saw it. And after reading it, almost immediately I replied out. I said, hello, thanks for your response. I am a nurse, changing employers. That's why I need a house around my new place of work. Can you confirm the postcode for me, please? Also, is the rent negotiable? I'd love to book a viewing soon. Thanks. That was the same day at 9:28 a.m. And then she replied at 9:35 a.m. saying, thank you for your reply. The flat is fully furnished in and out, as you can see from the pictures I sent you, and there is a garage and a parking space in the flat. Like, I was actually looking for something like that. That was something that I was, it's like they are reading minds. Because that's exactly what I was looking for. Also, you can stay in a flat for as long as you pay your rent. The flat is available and I am renting the property out because I have just moved to Cardiff, where I currently live. Having worked in care home for many years in Urban, I have a problem with my hearing, so I decided to move closer to my family in Cardiff. I am not only after the rent, but someone that could take good care of my flat, and also the bills are included. This takes me to the number 2 red flag that you should look for when they start getting personal. Like they start telling you their personal story. And number 3 is when they start telling you that the money is not important, like they are not after, they are portraying it to you that, see, the money you have is not about the money. And in truth, in reality, it's about the money. They are making you feel like they are not after your money, that it's not about the money. Then it says, I am looking for a straightforward prospective tenant because I have been disappointed many times by some people messing me around with viewing and do not turn up for viewing appointments. That's another one, personal stories. However, my solicitor would need some information from you to draft an assured short-hold tenancy agreement, which you will read, print, and bring along with you when you come for the viewing. Details needed are your full name, your current address, preferred moving date, your gender, and your mobile number. Please get back to me with this information so that I can tell you how to proceed. I have another interested candidate, but she doesn't sound serious. She came for viewing 8 days ago, but I think she didn't have enough money for the security deposit. Let me know if you have other options, because I wouldn't want to schedule a viewing with you and get disappointed at the end of the day. Thanks for your interest. I look forward to hearing from you. Then when I read that, I replied her and said, I totally understand you, and that's why I'm asking those questions. My budget is £500 per month. Here are the details requested. So I sent her the details that she requested from me, and then she replied me some minutes later and said, thanks for your details. I will accept the £500 from you, as I am not after the money, but someone who is serious and willing to take good care of the flat. I have just forwarded your details to my solicitor for the drafting of the assured tenancy agreement, and I will get back to you once I receive it from my solicitor. Now, that's one of the flags showing up itself again. She's reiterating to me again that she's not after the money. And you know, I sort of trusted this person, like even up to this time when we were chatting, I didn't feel like she was a scam or she was trying to scam me or anything. No, I didn't feel anything like that. I felt comfortable, I felt okay. Her personal story didn't even move me. Like, it even gave me more confidence, like, oh, she also works in care. Maybe she's a nurse or she's a care assistant. Oh, that's good, you know, like, yeah, connecting on that level. And I didn't think at this moment that it was a scam. And then she mentioned a lawyer. She was saying that the assured tenancy agreement will be drafted out by our solicitor. So that also gave me another boost of confidence. Like, there's nothing to fear. Like, I didn't even have anything to fear at that time. Like she's genuine, she's real. She even has a lawyer. All this that is happening, it is still within the same day. So that same day in the afternoon, she said to me, hi, I received the contract from my solicitor. Please find the enclosed document files with this email. Please read through the assured tenancy agreement and get back to me if you are okay with the obligations. However, my solicitor said, not our solicitor, my solicitor said there are 2 other interested candidates that love my flat and also willing to make a holding deposit to secure my house, but I declined. Which businesswoman or businessman will do that for somebody that you did not know? You declined them for me that you did not know from Adam, that you're not even sure if I have the money to pay. She said, but I declined because I wouldn't want to disappoint you. She doesn't want to disappoint me. At this stage, we can proceed with the viewing on Friday or Saturday at your own convenient time. I would need to come down to take you around my flat, but I have been disappointed in so many ways in the past. Some prospective tenants do not have the money to pay the deposit, yet they disturb the landlord to arrange a viewing, and some do not meet up with the appointments. Nevertheless, I will appreciate it if you can make a holding deposit £500. You will pay the rent after the viewing or on your moving date. Making a deposit doesn't mean that you must rent my house after the viewing. If you decide not to proceed with the rent, then I will refund the deposit immediately without any deduction. Let me know if you are willing to proceed with the payment now so that I can provide you my bank account details. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Regards. Okay, so there are 2 red flags that I noticed here. You know, honestly, when I first started this conversation with this woman, I am not thinking the way I am thinking right now. Like, it was after the incident that I sat down and that I reassessed everything that has happened. And then I started saying, oh, I should have known this was a red flag. So the purpose of my video is for you to be informed, so that at least by you watching this video, it is registered somewhere in your subconscious that these are the red flags that you should look out for when you are house hunting, so that anytime you encounter any of these red flags, you'll be able to remember and say, yes, someone has said something like this before. Let me be careful. I should be careful. Let me seek a second opinion. You get? So now, from this last email, there are actually 2 red flags that I should have spotted, but that I didn't. Number 1 is she was saying that a solicitor said there are 2 other interested candidates. So they will give you that feeling that you are not the only one looking out to get this house. And because they know that you like the house, you want to get that house. It's a beautiful house. They've given you beautiful pictures. You want that house. They'll make you feel that this house, so if you don't act fast, sharp, you will lose house. You will lose the house. Be careful. It's a scam. Then the second one is that she was saying that she will appreciate if I can make a holding deposit of £500. You know, at that time, I really didn't think much about it until after some other emails transpired between us. Like, I am supposed to give her £500 before I view the house. And my head did not spark. I was still replying, my head did not spark. I didn't think it was something to worry about. And then she was assuring me, that's what they do. They will assure you that, don't worry, if you don't like the house, I'm going to refund you back the money without taking anything out of it. They are just trying to give you a false assurance that your money is safe, that they are not after your money, that you are in safe hands, that you can trust them. Anyway, I went ahead and I replied her. So this is actually the assured tenancy agreement that she sent to me. And you know the funniest thing, I went online and I searched for these Anderson solicitors. I actually discovered they exist. At the end of this tenancy agreement, where we sign, it says landlord's signature. He didn't put the name. So even if they collected my money and I wanted to collect my money back, and they say, what is the name of the person? And I say, Mr. and Mrs. Lawson. Lawson what? What's the middle name? What's their first name? I don't know. On the tenancy agreement, which is a legal tender in the court of law, it's just their signature. So on that same day, I replied and I was like, hello, contract received. Here are some of the concerns that I have and would like to be addressed before I come for viewing. Apart from being a nurse, I'm a vlogger, a YouTuber also. So while vlogging, part of your house will show. Are you okay with that? 2, are there any reason why request for more than 2 weeks visit by my visitor can be denied by you, as my sister plans on visiting me soon and will definitely spend more than 2 weeks? 3, the full bathroom was not showing in the pictures. Is there a bath? Like, if you watch my previous vlogs, you know how much I love having a bath, like soaking myself up in water. So I want somewhere that actually has a bath. So I was confirming that. Also, number 38 of the contract was talking about common facilities. I thought there's no sharing of facilities. So they were actually contradicting themselves there. Kindly help me with the above concerns that I have. Thank you, Victoria. So the concerns that I had, I was raising with her, were from the contract that she actually sent to me to sign. Then she replied me and said, thanks for your message. Firstly, I would like to bring to your notice again that the flat is not shared. So no share of facilities. Also, there is a bath and your sister can come visiting provided the flat is kept clean and tidy, as that is what I am after. Also, a rented property is automatically yours during your stay period, so you are free to do your vlogging. Kindly let me know if my message is well understood and ready to getting the advance holding deposit done, so I can forward you the details of the account and schedule the viewing in order to avoid time wasting. So She was subtly telling me, subtly letting me know that the holding deposit, the money is important. I want your money. I need your money. Give me your money. I want to scam you. Even with that, my head still did not open. Ha, Jesus. My head did not open. So I replied and I said, well understood. You can send your account details, please. She replied me and said, thanks for getting back to me. Here are my secretary's account details below. After the transfer, you get back to me with the payment receipt for confirmation so I can issue the invoice receipt immediately and schedule a convenient time for the viewing as soon as possible. Name, Lauren Lowe, sort code, and account number. Regards. Like, even at that time, my head still wasn't opening. Like, why send me your secretary's account number? Why not yours? Like, you are the one I'm chatting with, you are the one I'm talking to, you are the one. If you are who you say you are, why are you scared of giving me your account number? Why your secretary's number? Why? And you know what happened after I received this mail? I actually took my phone and I tried to send her that £500. Yes, I would have sent her that money, but something held me back. Now, in the UK, when you want to send money from your mobile app, you know, for my own bank, my bank is Barclays Bank. So when I want to, thank God I use Barclays, because I don't think Monzo does that. I have two bank accounts. I have with Barclays and I have with Monzo. I don't think Monzo does verification. So I use Barclays. So when I was trying to send, I input the name, the sort code, the account number. Usually what Barclays will do is, it will tell you that, oh, this account number or this name matches the account details, so you are sure that you are sending to the right person you intend to send it to. But when I input these details, Barclays told me that this person that I want to send money to does not want me to know who they are, you know, something around that. It was telling me that we are not sure this person is who they say they are, because the person is not allowing us to verify their identity. It was at that point, ni yemi so, ni yemi shi, ni mo so ji, mo ni ye egbabi. Wọ́n fẹ́ scam me ní UK. They wanna scam me. Yeah, if I had used another bank account, the other bank account that I have, it would have gone through, and that would have been it. My money will have gone forever and ever. I spoke with two of my friends and my brother, and I was like, like, there's something I was trying to do, and this is what happened. Then I sent them the series of mail that transpired between us, and they were just laughing. They first said, "Say you have not sent the money." Like the three of them, "Say you have not sent the money." I said, "No, I haven't sent it." I said, "Wọ́n fẹ́ gbá ẹni o, wọ́n fẹ́ gbá ẹni. Olamide money here, you know yourself." Like, I'm going to play your voice notes here. Like, this is what she started to say. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbá ẹni o, wọ́n fẹ́ gbá ẹni. Like, I was like, wow. I never even thought that was it until I was already in my banking app trying to send the money. I never thought. So I replied the woman and I said, on a second thought, I'll prefer to pay the holding price after viewing. I'm available to view Saturdays, 22nd of May by 3 p.m. if that's all right by you. And then she replied me and said, "Hello, thanks for your reply. I understand your message, and I know you need to be careful when dealing with someone you haven't met or pay for what you haven't seen yet. So you know. Firstly, I would like you to know that I am not after your hard-earned money." She's saying that again, that she's not after my money, when in actual fact, that is what she's after. I am a live-out landlord and I have my own work, of which I earn enough money for my family. The laydown procedure was mandated by my lawyer and I, because we have both been disappointed in the past by unserious people that are not ready or don't have the money to pay for the rent or the security deposit yet. They disturb us in order to schedule a viewing, and I am not willing to let that happen again. Yeah, she's telling me a personal story again, which is touching. Like, very touching. As a private landlord here in the UK, I am guided by the law. Now she's telling me about the law again. She's telling me about the law under the Housing Act, and I will never advertise what I don't have. She's reassuring me, trying to gain back my trust. Flat in the photos is exactly what you are coming to see on your arrival in the flat. Nevertheless, I am more than willing to send my certificate of ownership as a proof of address. Please, let me know if you are willing to proceed with the advance payment. Otherwise, you will have to look for another flat in order to avoid time wasting. That same word again, time wasting. Time wasting, as I am mostly looking for tenants that will occupy the flat as soon as possible. And my dears, that was the end of our chat. I never replied her. I did not reply her again. But you know, after my friends replied to me and my brother replied to me, you know, I was still thinking like, maybe she wasn't a scam after all. But it can actually take me £500 to discover, to get to know whether or not she was a scam. And I wasn't willing to part with such amount of money. I'm not willing to part with £500 to discover whether someone is a scam or not. And she was telling me that I can actually request for a certificate of ownership so that I can verify that she's truly the owner. But honestly, at this point, I wasn't even interested again. So I didn't. I wasn't interested again. If I was, I would have probably asked for a certificate of ownership and then try to get in touch with the solicitors, you know, the Anderson, whatever their name was, look out for them, go to their office and confirm, you know, all those blah blah blah. But I just wasn't interested, and that was how I just forgot about the house, and thank God I wasn't scammed. So guys, that's my story time on my experience, bad experience, or near bad, near scam experience about house hunting here in the United Kingdom. I hope you get one or two things from this, especially if you are an immigrant or a foreigner and you are looking to, you know, rent a house or house hunt here in the United Kingdom. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment below in the comment section if you've had such experiences before here in the UK, or if you know someone who has actually had such experiences before in the UK. Please let me know in the comment section. I believe I'm not alone. If you like this video, please click on the like button, tap the subscribe button below, and also press the notification bell beside it so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the very first person to know. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.